Hi everyone, I hope you're doing great. Nearly 2 weeks ago, I put out a video on masturbation, the spiritual implications thereof, and how it is tied to a lot of setbacks in our lives and how it works together with ancestral curses, or how it is used to activate and continually renew ancestral curses. And when I put that video out, to be honest with you, I don't think I was prepared for the kind of response that I eventually got. I mean, it's been so overwhelming that I've been thinking to myself, what in the world is going on? I mean, I saw somebody who responded and said, my brother, more than 90% of our youths are suffering from this thing, and I think you need to do a seminar about it. And there's been a lot of emails, so many messages. And if you've sent me a message, I'm pretty sure by now you're thinking, why hasn't he responded? It's just because there are too many of them. I am being honest. I don't think I was prepared for this kind of response. On YouTube alone, we have more than 90,000 views already. I mean, so many. And I have been really thinking twice about that seminar that everybody is calling me to make or to have. And because this year started off for me being extremely busy, I've never been so busy in my life, and it's for good, okay? I have been contemplating, thinking I may not be able to do that kind of seminar. Even to come online and have a live show will be difficult for me. But then I went through our YouTube page and saw a response from a Muslim guy who said to me, I believe what this brother is saying. I am a Muslim, and from today I quit. Another Muslim responded to him and said, I'm also a Muslim. I stand with you. I quit from today. Immediately, I couldn't control what happened. Instantly, tears just welled up in my head. And I had tears all over. And I said to myself, you know what? I don't care how much inconvenience and of an inconvenience this is going to be, or how inconveniencing it's going to be. I am going to declare that seminar online. And it's going to be a global seminar on the spiritual implications of masturbation and soul ties, how to break away from soul ties. And this is going to happen on the 4th of February this year, 2020, and that's going to be my birthday. So this seminar is going to be my own birthday cake to as many people as are going to join in. So all these emails I'm getting, you don't need to send me emails. Just tune into this program and you're going to find out how to break loose and stay completely and totally free from the shackles of masturbation, and also how to break away from all kinds of soul ties that have been dealing with you. You know, a lot of people don't know how dangerous soul ties are. You know, so many of our sisters and our brothers don't actually know that the reason many of them have not been able to settle down and get married, or even to be able to enjoy their relationships or marriages, is because of the soul ties. Okay, see, in the Bible calls the woman a cistern, and the man is referred to, the energy of the man is referred to as a fountain. So being a cistern for the woman, a cistern is a storage facility. And so when a woman goes into a sexual intercourse with a man, what happens is that the emotional energy of that man is deposited in her cistern, which is her soul. Your soul is the region where the emotional energy of every man you sleep with is deposited. And that's why whenever you indulge in an act of sexual intercourse, I don't care how many times you do it, every time you do that, a soul tie is initiated. During this program that I'm going to be doing on my birthday, I will tell you the different kinds of soul ties that we have. But for this one, the actual soul tie, the real soul tie, is established whenever a man and a woman get involved in a sexual intercourse. And this is actually the most dangerous aspect, which many of you may not know about. It is not just that a soul tie is established, but what is the nature of the soul tie that is established? The nature is that because the woman is a cistern, which is an emotional storage facility, the man's emotional energy is stored there and it represents that man. In other words, if you have slept with a man, that man is living actively inside your soul, even when he has broken up with you and moved on with his life. It translates into the personality of that guy living inside of you as a woman. And for the man, because when you are depositing your energy in the regions of her soul, her own energy is sprinkled on you. So basically, for every woman you've slept with, you are wearing their personality in the form of their energy on you, just the way a person wears a garment. So wherever you go, you smell of that woman. And wherever the woman goes, she is carrying you inside of her. So if you have slept with 20 men today, all 20 of them are living actively inside of you. It doesn't matter how many years ago you broke up with them, they are still living inside. That is why, if you notice, most ladies will tell you this. The moment you break up and you want to get into a new serious relationship, you find out that most of the time, people you dated in the past and you have forgotten about will suddenly reach out to you. As soon as you start getting serious in a relationship, especially when you get involved in sexual intercourse, you will get a call or a text message. Hi, babe, what's up? They will even give you pet names and all that. And you're like, how many years ago did I leave this guy? Why now? Because the guy's energy is still living inside of you as the guy. And this is what happens is that when you have dated a lot of men and slept with them and their energies are living inside of you, and a new guy shows up and suddenly he goes to have sex with you, his energy makes entry into the regions of your soul. And the moment his energy makes entry, the energy is now going to go into a confrontation with all the other energies that are already living in your soul. And that's why you suddenly notice that most of the time, the moment you get into a sexual intercourse with a new person you've met in a relationship, that's the moment that you guys are going to begin to experience a lot of difficulties, misunderstanding, fighting, quarreling, everything. Why? Because his energy is now at loggerheads with the energies of the other men who have been living inside of you all along. Just imagine now that you, knowing this that I just explained now, imagine that you have been masturbating and you know that the spirit that is the person you're masturbating with or the person you're having sex with during masturbation is an evil spirit. And that evil spirit is now living in your soul in the form of an energy. Or maybe if you're a man, the evil spirit is now on top of you in the form of an energy. Now, for the woman, just imagine this spirit living inside your soul, and another man shows up and says he wants to marry you, and he makes love to you, and his energy goes in there. That evil spirit will ensure that you guys will fight so much that that relationship will break up even sooner than it began. This is the evils that many people do not know about soul ties. Soul ties is the reason why so many sisters today have given up on relationships. They don't even want to try anymore. Because they keep saying, how am I supposed to do this? I mean, I'm tired of this. You start this relationship, it breaks up. You start another one, it breaks up. So if these energies if these men in the form of energies are living inside you, imagine if you have slept with somebody who's an occultist, somebody who is from a background where there's a lot of curses, and maybe the curses of premature death or curses of barrenness or something like that. And you know these things are not in your own biological family. But because you've slept with this guy and the guy is living in your soul, by spiritual right, legally, by right, you are now under the same curses that this person has from their family. So if there were like 5 men who came from different backgrounds where they have different kinds of curses, all those curses are actively now on you because those men are living in your soul, and so they represent those curses. So you suddenly begin to have curses. You come under the influence of a terrible curse that nobody in your family is suffering from, just because you went and slept with somebody. This is what soul tie is all about. And that's why on that day, by the special grace of God, I want to show you how these things work and how you can break loose. You know, Everything I share with you guys, like I said during the masturbation one, I suffer from this for more than 20 years. What I'm telling you about soul tie, I've also been a victim. And so everything I have been a victim of, I told God, I can't be a victim of this and then so many other people will be victims. There has to be a solution, and God always gives me a solution, making me believe that the reason I actually go through all this is that I may be able to pick up the keys to be able to set other people free. And this is why I'm excited, because one day I was just in my room and I was praying and said, God, now that I have known this about soul ties, which this was just last year, 2019. I have been a Christian since 1986-87. I just found out the truth about soul tie in 2019. Let me say it clearly so that you understand. So you know how many years I've spent being in the dark, even as a Christian. And the Lord said to me, I will give you a prayer for both the male and the female to break loose from soul ties. And on that day, on that my birthday, February 4th, 2020, 9 p.m. Nigerian Biafran time, 9 p.m. live on Facebook and on Instagram, I will reveal the truth to all and sundry. Global seminar on the spiritual implications of masturbation and how to break away from soul ties. When you finish praying that prayer, you will see how quickly you will be able to settle down and enjoy yourself. This is why many sisters, even when they force themselves and get married, you will see them thinking about men they dated in the past. Some of them will even go beyond thinking and go ahead to sleep with them, because those guys are still living inside of you. And you, the man, you have been sleeping with girls, and when you do it, you feel so strong. I have conquered the girl and blah, blah, blah. Imagine that all the girls you slept with, that you're wearing them as garment. Imagine how bloated you may be by now. That's why many ladies are punishing some of you who think you are macho men. That's why your life is so confusing. You don't even know where you're going, because you slept with her and you think you've run away. You can sleep with a woman in Nigeria and travel to India. You can sleep with her in Ghana and travel all the way to the USA. At the end of the day, you are still with the girl. The girl is still with you. If it's an evil woman, she can put her hand wherever she wants and raise it up and say, this guy, you will never settle down in life. And it will work. You will run from one church to another, one prophetic ministry to another, everywhere, and nothing will work, because the girl has the legal right to place a curse on you. You have not been able to break loose from the soul tie that gives her access. The same thing for the ladies. Look at all these occult men who are sucking up your energy, tapping all your glory. It is because they live inside of you during sex. That was when they made the entry, and they are still living there. That's why you are confused. You don't know what to do. We need to break away from evil soul ties. Your soul was meant to contain your man. The person you are legally married to is the only person whose energy is permitted to live in the regions of your soul. That man and the Holy Spirit. The same thing for the man. But today, your soul is all kinds of characters are living there. So your soul is literally just like a haunted house. Have you seen a haunted house before? You go there, you can't stay. All kinds of forces. This is why people are having issues. I will break all this down on the 4th of February. And then I will release those prayers. I have never openly released them. I put all kinds of seminar videos on YouTube. When I want to put that prayer on YouTube, it refuses to upload. And so this time I'm going to read it out. I'm going to make sure that the whole world gets to see it and pray this prayer. As you pray it, mark my words. I don't talk anyhow. As you pray those, when I was receiving the prayers, I was on my bed. I began to quake. My whole body was shaking, literally shaking. And that's why I knew that I found it, like Eureka. And so I'm going to share that with you. That's going to be my own birthday cake to you. I've done this before, and I'm going to do it again. I love you with all my heart, and I pray that God will give us all the strength and the grace to break away from all these evils and live right, especially masturbation. Get ready. I will show you how to break away from it, and you're going to be permanently free. And God will perfect everything that concerns you. I love you with all my heart, and I hope you have a great, great day. Bye.